On October 24th, 2008, 31-year-old Canadian woman Ani Ashekian took off from Toronto International Airport on a vacation to China, arriving in Beijing the next day. Ani was on the trip with friends and they stayed at a hostel, the YWCA, or Young Women's Christian Association. The trip seemed to go off without a hitch. The friends spent their days enjoying tourist spots and taking pictures, having an all-around pleasant experience. Ani was an experienced traveler, having set foot in 30 countries by the time she was 30, so it seemed there wasn't any chance of anything going wrong on this trip. For reasons unknown, Ani left her room at 12:30 a.m. on Halloween and went out to explore Beijing. A few hours later, Ani returned to the YWCA, got a bath, made herself some coffee, and checked out without alerting her friends that she was leaving them to go her own way. Ani traveled from Beijing to Xi'an, apparently by train as there is no record of her flying, and from there flew to Hong Kong, arriving on November 9th. The next day, November 10th, someone claimed they saw Ani at Chungking Mansions, a multi-use building in Hong Kong full of apartments, shops, and restaurants. However, she wasn't seen on any security footage. On November 11th, the next day, there was a confirmed sighting of Ani at the Causeway Bay metro station, which did capture footage of her. Security cameras witnessed her withdrawing the equivalent of $395 at an ATM. After withdrawing the money, Ani contacted her younger sister, telling her to wish her niece a happy birthday. She remained silent for a couple of weeks, not contacting her family or anyone else. On December 2nd, there was another unconfirmed sighting of Ani, this time by a British student who says he helped her find her way to an IKEA store in the same general area as where she took out the money from the ATM. On December 15th, Ani was scheduled to fly from Hong Kong to New Delhi, where she planned to attend a yoga retreat before flying back home for the holidays. But she never made it there, never boarding her flight, and apparently never leaving Hong Kong. It isn't known why Ani didn't stay in contact with anyone while traveling, neither her family nor her boyfriend, Wendell Walsh. Both parties assumed she was talking to the other, but she wasn't. Upon realizing this and that Ani was missing, Ani's family contacted the police in Toronto, who then contacted the Canadian Foreign Affairs Department, who then contacted the Hong Kong police. On December 9th, 2008, they filed a missing persons report, offering as much as a $30,000 reward for assistance from the public in finding Ani. Many people claimed they saw her in various places far apart from each other. A retired Hong Kong police officer named Guy Shura launched an investigation on his own time, but it went nowhere. Now, Ani's motives for abandoning her friends to go on her own journey remain unclear, but they would perhaps be the key to solving this case. In 2012, authorities found excerpts from Ani's journal that would seem to suggest she wanted to disappear. The excerpts aren't publicly available, but we do know she wrote about wanting to move to Argentina, albeit not on her own but with her boyfriend, Wendell. It's also been suggested that Ani was the victim of foul play or human trafficking, although human trafficking of tourists is rare in Hong Kong. Finally, there's the simple explanation that Ani, intrepid adventurer as she was, perhaps went out hiking and fell off a cliff, or else was lost in some other chance accident. Given the terrain of Hong Kong and the ocean being nearby, it certainly isn't impossible. To this day, Ani Ashekian remains missing, and it isn't known if she is alive. Please keep her family and her boyfriend Wendell in your thoughts as they continue to search for her. If you have any information that may help in the search for Ani, please contact the email addresses and numbers I leave in the description, where I am also posting the link to the Facebook group dedicated to Ani. Thank you guys. Stay safe out there. And remember, don't get scared out of sorts.